good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hi, my name is Vira. I'll be your tutor for tonight. What's your name?
Oh, my name is May.
May. Nice to meet you, May. How are you tonight?
Uh, I'm good.
Okay, that's great. And since this is our first lesson together, is it okay if we introduce ourselves first?
Oh, yes, it's okay.
Okay, so let me begin. My name again is Byra. I've been teaching for about 5 years and I like cooking and going out. How about you, May? Can you tell me about yourself?
Yes, I'm May. I'm 28 years old. I'm working in a company
Okay.
and I like traveling.
Oh, all right. And if given a chance, which country would you like to visit next?
Oh, I love to visit Greece. It's very nice.
Ah, that's a good choice. Are you ready to start with our lesson tonight?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
ready.
Very well. So you chose a news article for tonight's class, right?
That's correct.
Okay. So before we begin our lesson, since this is our first lesson together, let me just run you through the feedback that we use. So after the lesson, May, we'll have a scoring system, but we'll talk about that later on. First, we have range. This is where I will write the new words or new vocabulary that we will learn. Then we have accuracy for grammar mistakes, if any. Then we have fluency for the fillers, phonetics for the pronunciation, and then this is our score guide for the lesson score. So if I give you 4, that means that's very good. You found the lesson very easy to understand and you're able to answer the questions very well. So 3, you find the lesson a bit challenging and you need just a little help understanding new ideas. For 2, difficult lesson and then forget some vocabulary. And for 1, I'm sure this is not you, but difficult material and a, a little bit, only a little bit of the vocabulary is um, remembered. So that's our scoring system. I'll give
Okay.
you a score after the class. Okay, so
It's nice.
all right, so let's begin with our lesson tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about a human interest story. This is, can you please read the title?
Yes.
Ah, can you see it?
Uh,
Do you see it?
no, I can see it now. I cannot see. Okay, I can see it now.
Okay.
People make decisions based on feelings. Study says.
Okay, very well, May. So, how about you? Do you make decisions based on how you feel at the moment?
Sometimes,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I do that sometimes, but most of the times, I try to think first before I make some decisions.
yeah, that's good. But I think majority of the people are a bit irrational when it comes to making decisions, especially if it's the heat of the moment, you're too happy or too angry. They say that's when we make the most mistakes. So let's try to find out. Let's begin with our vocabulary. We have 5. May I need you to read the vocabulary and then the meaning?
Okay. Gut feeling, a strong feeling about something without logical reasons.
Okay. Do you understand this?
Um, a little.
Okay. Well, the example would actually help us understand it a bit more. Can you please continue?
Okay. Although it's really hot and sunny, I have a gut feeling that it will rain. Oh, I see.
Yeah, I think women have this, compared have this most compared to boys to men. Sometimes we have that gut feeling even though we don't know what, the reason behind that feeling. That's it. That's what we call it, gut feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, let's continue. Okay, and last one.
Full proof. Describing something that cannot go wrong. Fingerprint recognition is a foolproof way to secure personal electronic devices such as smartphones.
That's right. Do you understand foolproof?
Um, a little.
Yeah. So when you actually use this to describe something, it has to be something that can never go wrong. Like, when you make a plan or a company idea and you want to convince other people about it, I tell you guys, this is foolproof. So
Mm,
100% it will work.
yeah, okay, that's good. I
Oh,
like this word.
yeah, it's nice. Can you try to make a sentence using foolproof?
mm, okay, sure, let me just try.
Okay.
Okay. We have we build a, a, a foolproof security system for our company.
Right, good. This is the
Uh,
sentence, right? Can you see it?
le- we build a foolproof security system for our company. Yes, that's my sentence.
Yeah, nice sentence, me. Good job. But let's look at the verb build here.
Oh,
Yeah, so since the security system has already been built, we have to use the past tense of this verb. Can you
okay.
please tell me what's the past tense for build?
Oh, that's built.
Built. Very good. Thank you for
Oh,
that.
okay, yes. Thank you for that.
No problem. Okay, so let's try to read now the article. I need you to read just the first two paragraphs.
Okay, sure. A new study showed that people tend to follow their gut feeling when making decisions. According to researchers from the Ohio State University, many people are actually aware of which decision will work best. This runs counter to the belief that people usually do not choose the most favorable option because they cannot make calculated decisions. The researchers said that many people actually choose to ignore the best option and tend to rely on their in instinct or past experiences instead.
Okay, that's right. Do you have any questions?
Um, what is instinct?
Okay, that's actually a very good question. And this is a common word, so you might want to take note of this. So, instinct is, let me show you the meaning here.
Okay.
Okay. Here, it's a way of thinking that is not learned. So, it is a natural desire that makes you want to act in a particular way. Actually, when you
Ah,
say instinct, most of the time it's based on your past experience.
okay.
Yeah. So let me just write that down. Instinct, a way of thinking based on your past experience. Let me also show you another example of this word. Okay, like this one. Please read this.
Okay. Our first instinct was to run.
Yeah, so
Ah.
when dogs are coming and they don't seem to be happy, that our instinct would tell us that we need to keep away from them.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Okay, and a while ago I just notice that you read two words different ways, like
Oh,
this word. Can you please read this again?
oh, um, chose.
Okay, thank you for that. But let me just show you the right way of saying it. Okay, look at this pronunciation guide, May. So,
Oh,
yeah, so for
okay.
that word, you have to say choose.
Choose. Oh, yeah, that's right. Choose.
Very good. Okay, so let me just ask you a question about the first two paragraphs that you read. Are you ready?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so according to researchers, May, how do people decide on something? What do they often use?
They would usually choose the most favorable option for them, and they they cannot make calculated decisions.
Yeah. So, in a way, that's right. Most of the time, when people have to make a decision, instead of making a calculated, a planned decision, some people would rely mainly on their instinct,
Oh,
how they feel. So they ignore something that sounds better. They just, um, rely on their
the
emotions, their
okay.
instinct. Yeah, but you're not like this. You told me a while ago that you think carefully.
Oh, yes.
That's good. All right, so let's continue. Just the next paragraph.
Okay. For the study, the researchers asked participants to play a computer game in which identifying patterns could lead to big rewards. By tracking participants' computer mouse movements, the researchers were able to see if they could pick up on those patterns. Based on data, 56 out of 57 participants were able to discern the pattern with the highest chance of success. However, this pattern was not foolproof. It only worked 60 to 90% of the time.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions?
Um, it's okay.
Okay. So here, the participants were asked to play a computer game. So they wanted to identify if the pattern that the players were making would lead to success. But why is this study not reliable?
Because their pattern, that the pattern that they are using was not foolproof. It only works like 60 to 90% of the time.
That's right, May. So only 16 to 90% of the time. So that's not conclusive. They have to make more research and study about that. So let's try to understand what they found out. Please read the last two paragraphs.
Okay, after analyzing the results, the researchers found that the pattern that gave the best rewards was followed by the participants only 20% of the time. The study did not provide a concrete reason as to why people do not always choose the best option. However, one of the authors said that although most people are capable of making calculated decisions, making a choice based on one's knowledge of a situation can take a lot of mental energy. As a result, people usually depend on whatever choice got them the highest reward most recently.
Okay, any questions?
I don't understand the word concrete.
Okay, very good. Very good question. Let me show you. But first, okay, hold on. Okay. There are actually two ways to say this word. Like the first one that you use, concrete. But the most common way to say that, May, is concrete. So which do you think you're more comfortable with?
Ah,
Concrete or concrete?
I think I like the second one, concrete.
Okay, that's nice. Let me just write it down. Concrete. Okay, good choice. And this is concrete, May. Let me show you. Okay. So it's an adjective. So let's. Okay, hold on. Okay. Because there are multiple meanings of concrete. Concrete, like something, like a thing, hard and strong. But we're looking at number two, relating to people, specific people, things, or actions rather than general ideas or qualities. So concrete, it has to be something very specific.
Oh, very specific.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Um, uh, it's okay. Yeah, that no questions.
Okay. So if you look back at this word, the study did not provide a concrete reason or a very specific reason why people do what they do. Yeah. And
Yeah.
okay. So May, um, can you please tell me about the result? What did the researchers found out?
Um, the oh, okay. They found out that mm, people depend on whatever choice got them the highest reward. Oh.
Yes, that's right. That's actually right. So, whatever they think would give them the best one, that's what they follow. And remember, it's the most recently, so the latest memory or experience that the people have.
Oh, I see.
Yes. And what do you think about this article, May? Do you agree that people usually based their decisions on feelings rather than calculated, you know, plans?
Um, I think a lot of people do that one. Most people make decisions based on their feelings. But there are also some people who base it on calculated. What was that again? Calculated
Decisions.
decisions. Yes. So they really have to like think a lot and many times about a certain thing before they make decision.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Thank you for that, May. And for the next part of our lesson, I'm just going to ask you one question. I would like to ask you the first question under discussion B. Do you usually feel confident after making a decision? Why or why not?
Oh, based on my own experience, well, I would say not because sometimes, um, yeah, there are a lot of times that I would also make decisions right away, and after making that decision, I I I found out that it's not the best decision, so I should have not uh decide right away. Yeah. So yeah, but it's too late.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not really that confident after I make some decisions. So it's too bad.
Well, people say that women are very impulsive, And I think, in to some extent, that's right, that we make
Yeah. Uh,
decisions
yeah.
without.
What is impulsive?
Yeah. Impulsive is in the heat of the moment, like, doing something without even thinking about this, doing
Oh,
things suddenly without careful thought.
suddenly. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think I can relate.
Me too. Me too. Okay. Thank you for that, May. You did wonderful in our lesson tonight. Let me just finish my notes. Okay, and I'm ready. By the way, a while ago, May, while you were answering my question, you mentioned about this sentence. You said, I should not have decided right away. But remember that the decision has already been done. So we have to stick with the right tense. Okay? So
Okay.
you have to say, I should not have. What
Oh,
should,
I should not have done, um, or I should not have decide right away.
yeah, the verb is decide, but this is already a past action. So instead of saying decide, how should we say it?
Uh, I should not have decide right away. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have to say, I should not have decided right away since it's already a past action. So, may you have to be careful a little with your tenses, but I
Okay.
understand because mm, it's different when you write and then
Yes.
when you speak. Okay, so very well. Anyway, let's just go back a little. Let's review a little of what we learned tonight. Can you please read the word and then the meaning for under range?
Okay. Instinct, a way of thinking based on your past experience.
Okay.
Um, should I read the example too?
You don't have to. You can just go to number two.
Okay. Concrete, something very specific.
Mhm.
Impulsive, to do things suddenly and without careful thought.
That's right. Okay, so for number one, under accuracy, instead of saying we build a foolproof security system for our company, you have to say, please read the correct one.
We built a foolproof security system for our company.
Okay, good job. And instead of saying I should not have decided right away, the correct sentence should be
I should not have decided right away. Oh,
decided.
I should have decided. I should not have decided right away.
Yeah, okay. So let's now talk about your fillers, May. I noticed that you often use the word
Uh,
yeah, that's okay. We do that, especially when we're thinking. So instead of
yes.
saying this, you might, use the word well. Like instead of saying that, you can say well, and then it will give you a little time to think and to compose what you want to say.
Okay.
Okay.
That's good.
Then, okay. Now, please read one and two.
Chose concrete.
Okay, let's go back to number one. Number one, choose.
Oh, choose.
Yes, very good.
I
Okay.
always forget that.
Yeah,
Choose.
you just have to be mindful of the pronunciation, guys, so that you're always sure that what you're saying is right. But that's
Okay.
okay. Okay, so anyway, let me give you your lesson score tonight, May. That would be four, very easily. You were able to understand our material. You were able to express your thoughts very well. And I believe that asking questions is also a good sign that you like learning. You want to learn and you want to improve. So one thing good about you, May, is that you ask questions, which is nice. Something that you have to improve is you just have to be careful with your tenses, and that you're good to go.
Oh, thank you so much.
No problem, May. So anyway, do you have any questions before we end?
Oh, none so far.
Okay, so thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Good night.
Oh, good night. Thank you.
Bye.